There's a moment in the 8th episode of Arcane when we see Jinx, broken and alone, sitting in a cell, imagining she has the gemstone, which clearly wasn't there. After all, she lost her gemstone due to Isha attack. Now, what purpose did this serve, her imagining that? For some time it wasn't as clear to me, but upon rewatching it makes much more sense, and I think I understand it. Now, I'll be making separate videos about both this scene, about Caitlyn, and about Caitlyn and Jinx, but let's briefly focus on this small angle for now. Going back to season 1, gemstones seem to be a symbol of both power and destruction. Whoever had it could have performed acts of violence hard to dismiss. Gemstone, initially stolen by Jinx in season 1, was later on used by her in Fishbones to attack the council, which resulted in Caitlyn's mother's death. And that's crucial, because that single act served as a trigger to most events that we saw later on. It does feel like the first and the last time Gemstone was used in direct correlation to Jinx caused two major deaths related to her fate. To start with, it was Cassandra's demise, which led to Caitlyn's pursuit to get her revenge, actions performed by her all throughout season 2. And then there was Isha's sacrifice, which resulted in Jinx giving up entirely due to losing someone who gave her so much hope, who saw her not as a criminal like Piltovians did, not as someone who cannot be fully trusted like Vi often did, but as a reliable person, still worthy of love, someone she no longer considered herself to be. Having lost that was possibly one of the biggest tragedies in Jinx's life. That is precisely the reason why I think Jinx was imagining still having the gemstone. She had it. She was using one in Pow Pow Gun, and reasonably so. But then gemstones were also powering Vi's gauntlets. And that's where Isha took them from, placing not one, but 3 gemstones in Pow Pow. Cause of her death. In my opinion, Jinx imagines still having the gemstones because if she still had it, then certain events would never occur. Her attack on the council would not be as grand. Even Pow Pow powered by 2 gemstones could have led to smaller outcome than the one that happened. It's a sign of regret. It's a sign she wishes she never used it. Then Cassandra would still be alive. Caitlyn wouldn't start her pursuit. She wouldn't be blinded by revenge, and thus she wouldn't have been used by Medada to gain control over Piltover. Noxian attack on Victor's village wouldn't have happened if only Caitlyn wouldn't be so determined to get Jinx. There's a lot of what ifs and a lot of sorrow in what seems to be Jinx's biggest remorse, not ever having used the gemstone, because then Isha wouldn't have died. It also directly connects to what Circle says. There's a cycle of violence, and there was a time when it could have been avoided. Now let me know your thoughts. I'm sure there's a lot of interpretations out there. I'd love to hear that. And major shout out to Regina Arabic for supporting me through PayPal. Thanks for watching, guys.